Are you tired of always going against the wind? Doing so much with little or no results to show for it? In this video, we'll be looking at the question whether or not living a stress-free life is achievable. And if it is achievable, how can you live a stress-free life? How can you reduce the stress in your life and make it more stress-free and enjoyable for you and people around you? The other day, standing by my kitchen door, I saw a piece of nylon bag flying in the sky. Yes, a piece of nylon bag gliding effortlessly in the sky at quite a high altitude. I was fascinated by it because it was very high and still going higher and higher. As it was moving forward, it was also going higher. I kept looking at it until it disappeared. The wind kept carrying the nylon bag forward and higher. It kept going. I was so fascinated by it. And after the nylon bag disappeared, I began to think to myself, an ordinary nylon bag that is not supposed to fly. It doesn't have wings. Yes, it is light, but ordinarily it doesn't fly it cannot fly on its own. It needs the wind to carry it. So the wind, the current of the wind picks up the nylon and makes it possible for the nylon to just glide. Or just like the eagle. Have you ever watched an eagle flying? The eagle's soars, if you notice, they hardly flap their wings. Maybe at the beginning when they're going up. But once the eagle goes up, it doesn't flap its wings. Rather, it conserves energy. It glides. It soars with the upward current of the wind. It allows the wind to do all the work for it. Look at all these things. A piece of nylon, a non-living thing, man-made thing, and an eagle, a bird. They know how to be at peace with nature. They know how to live in flow, to be in flow, and live a stress-free life more than us human beings who are more intelligent than them, who are creators, who can make anything we so desire out of our lives. The fact that we are creators, is it meant to add stress to our lives or to reduce stress? Is that ability meant to make life easier for us or more unbearable? By the time we begin to carry too many baggages as we journey through this life, I tell you, it weighs you down when you do that. You'll be weighed down. It slows down your progress, causing you to not be able to travel far. And you will not enjoy that journey. You can't be traveling with so much baggage on you. Remember, as you travel, the vehicle through which you're traveling is supposed to carry your baggages. But imagine you're carrying it on yourself. Some on your lap, on your arms, on your head, on your shoulders. Tell me how you will enjoy that journey. And that is how we go through life as human beings. That was a great lesson for me, watching that nylon bag gliding. And it made me to remember, like I said earlier, the eagle. The eagle conserves energy. How can you live a surrendered life, a flow-based life? It doesn't mean you should be lazy. A flow-based life is not the same as a lazy life. No, not at all. It means conserving energy. Conserving energy, just like the eagle does. The eagle doesn't expend energy unnecessarily. When you see it soaring in the air, the wings are, you see those big, strong wings, those long wings, just staying in one place, and it keeps moving and gliding effortless. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I tell you, a surrendered life is a beautiful life. A surrendered life, a flow-based life, is a wonderful thing. It's an admirable way of living life. When you don't struggle, when you're not always in a doing, how do I do this, get this, when you're not always in that state. Recently, through a minister I've been in contact with, I am learning a concept called be still. It's a kind of prayer which is very good for my faith. Just being still, learning to gather my thoughts. And this is not just something that is done only in my faith. No. As a Christian, this is not, many other, really any human being can do this. Learn to quietly gather your thoughts. I tell you, most of the work, the greater part and the better part of the work is done in the stillness. That is where you get all the tactics, the strategies, and the wisdom. Not that you just keep trying different things and see which one works. That is not the best way to live life. I would like to encourage someone. Are you in that mode? That fight or flight mode, fight, flight, or freeze mode is not the best place to be. That is a perfect recipe for disease. When, as human beings, we're constantly in that mode, I tell you, it's just a matter of time. The body won't get to a point that it will not be able to take it anymore. And the stress will begin to turn into physical illness. Learn to conserve energy. Go back to your secret place. Stay quiet and gather your thoughts. In that secret place, you will get insights and ideas. And you will know when to launch out, when to move, when to take certain steps, or when to just allow the process to flow. Living a flow-based life is God's intention for us. That is how a creator is supposed to live. Not trying, doing this, not in that kitty kitty or kata kata state. That's a Nigerian slang, by the way. Not in that state. So I hope you get to think about it. Retreat a bit, to re-strategize, to think, and to gather your thoughts together. If you are in that fight or flight mode all the time, you will never, your creative juices cannot flow. So answers that ordinarily should come to you, they will not come. I tell you, progress that ordinarily you're supposed to make. You know, most times as human beings, we think that once we surrender, we let go, we will not be able to achieve much. We will not, there's a guilt that comes to most of us when we're in that state. Work on that. But that is when you'll be able to achieve. I tell you. Because what's the point if you just keep doing, but you're not really achieving goals? You're not really meeting your targets. Is it not wiser to surrender and allow life, allow God to do His work in and through you? There's some things that He will organize, people, events, time. A lot of it will work as coincidences. Things will just keep falling into place when you learn to live a surrendered life. I have tried being in that doing, thinking I can do it in my own strength mode. It has not fetched me any results. So right now, I am learning to live a surrendered life. It's not an easy thing, I tell you. It's not easy, but I'm learning, and I'm really grateful for the times that I really surrendered. I allow life to take its natural course. It has been beneficial. It has saved me a lot of stress, a lot of helped me to conserve energy just like the eagle. Think about it. You can conserve energy by living a surrendered life. See you in the next video.